Ever noticed how certain people act differently when they're around you? It's almost as if they're playing a game, testing your limits or trying to outsmart you, but failing miserably. That's because when you're a Sigma, your very presence threatens those who thrive on manipulation and deceit. Evil people, in particular, can't handle the fact that you see through their schemes and refuse to bow to their control. Instead, they resort to subtle and sometimes outright devious tactics to undermine you. In this video, we'll uncover the sneaky behaviors evil people display when they know you're a Sigma and how to stay one step ahead of their tricks. Stay tuned, because you'll never look at their actions the same way again. 1. They undermine your intelligence to discredit you. Evil individuals often find subtle ways to discredit the wisdom of a Sigma, attempting to undermine their intelligence and insight. They'll dismiss your ideas with a casual roll of their eyes, interrupt you mid-thought, or offer backhanded remarks like, "You're overthinking this." These tactics aren't accidental. They're deliberate moves designed to erode your credibility. Their ultimate goal is twofold: to make others doubt your judgment and plant seeds of insecurity in your mind. They hope that by belittling your insights, they can shift the spotlight away from your logical approach to problem solving. But this behavior isn't about you. It's rooted in their own insecurities. Your ability to analyze complex situations, think independently, and make sound decisions without external validation threatens them. What they fail to understand is that for a Sigma, actions always speak louder than words. While they busy themselves with discrediting you, your results continue to demonstrate your worth. Those who may initially buy into their narrative will inevitably recognize the consistency of your wisdom. In the end, their efforts often backfire. People notice the contrast between their noise and your quiet competence, and as they try to tear you down, your steady, results-driven nature reveals the truth. A Sigma's wisdom doesn't need external validation. It stands on its own, untouchable by petty attempts at sabotage. 2. They provoke you publicly to test your calm. Evil people thrive on stirring up chaos, especially when it comes to someone like you, a Sigma who radiates calm and control. Public spaces become their chosen arena for provocation, where they can cloak their insults or challenges as harmless banter. They might twist your words, interrupt you, or pepper conversations with sarcastic comments meant to chip away at your composure. Their intent is clear: they want to bait you into an emotional reaction, ideally in front of an audience. Picture a coworker who constantly mocks your ideas in a meeting, or someone at a social gathering who frames personal insults as jokes, all while watching intently for your response. To them, seeing you lose your cool is a small victory. They want to portray you as unstable or easily rattled. However, their strategy often fails. Sigmas are masters of emotional control, responding with poise instead of reacting impulsively. When they aim to embarrass you, you meet their attempts with quiet confidence, turning their ploys into awkward missteps for themselves. By maintaining your composure, you not only preserve your dignity but also reinforce the respect others have for you. In the end, their antics expose their own insecurities, while your unshakable calm elevates you even further in the eyes of those around you. 3. They create chaos to disrupt your balance. For evil people, chaos is a tool for manipulation. When they encounter a Sigma, someone who thrives in calm and calculated environments, they see your poise as a challenge. To disrupt your balance, they go out of their way to stir up unnecessary drama, hoping to force you into an emotional reaction. They may miscommunicate critical details at work, causing confusion and delays, or exaggerate trivial disagreements in personal relationships to create conflict. Their objective is simple: they want to see you falter, to confirm for themselves and others that you're not as composed as you appear. What they fail to realize is that chaos doesn't weaken you, it sharpens your resolve. While they waste energy creating problems, you remain focused on solutions, staying steps ahead of their manipulations. Your ability to stay grounded under pressure not only frustrates them but also reveals their pettiness to others. In the end, their attempts to unsettle you backfire. The contrast between their chaos and your calm becomes evident, highlighting your emotional strength while exposing their desperation for control. A Sigma doesn't just navigate through chaos, they master it. 4. They steal credit for your accomplishments. Evil people often target the accomplishments of others, especially when they recognize greatness they can't achieve themselves. Sigmas, with their humility and focus on results rather than recognition, become easy prey for such opportunists. These individuals lie in wait, ready to swoop in and claim credit for your hard work at just the right moment. They exploit your low-profile nature, mistaking your reluctance to boast as a weakness. Whether it's a coworker pitching your idea as their own or a so-called friend basking in praise for insights you provided, their goal is to bask in your your success without doing the work. But here's their miscalculation: your silence isn't indifference, it's strategy. Over time, your results speak louder than their stolen glory. The people who matter eventually see through their facade, recognizing the true source of excellence. While they rely on fleeting victories, you remain focused on building an unshakable legacy, one that no one can claim as their own. 5. They twist your solitude into isolation. Evil individuals understand that Sigmas value their independence and prefer solitude. Instead of respecting this, they weaponize it, using your preference for alone time as a means to alienate you. They'll spread rumors portraying you as aloof or difficult and create divisions in group settings to make you feel unsupported. Their aim is to turn your solitude into isolation, hoping it will weaken your resolve. But this strategy is fundamentally flawed. For a Sigma, solitude isn't a weakness, it's a source of strength. While they waste time and energy plotting against you, you use the space they create to reflect, strategize, and grow stronger. Imagine a colleague trying to ostracize you at work, spreading lies to turn the team against you. Instead of being demoralized, you double down on delivering exceptional results, earning respect that even their schemes can't diminish. Your independence shields you from their manipulations, and your focus ensures that their efforts to isolate you are futile. In the end, their attempts to weaken you only backfire as you emerge even more resilient, proving that true strength doesn't come from the crowd but from within. 6. They hide their envy behind fake praise. Evil people often employ a sinister tactic that hides their envy behind a carefully constructed mask of admiration. They become masters of flattery, publicly praising your accomplishments, independence, and unique qualities. To the untrained eye, their compliments might seem genuine, almost too genuine. They'll say things like, "You're so inspiring, no wonder everyone looks up to you," while their true intentions remain hidden in the shadows. Beneath this facade, they're weaving a web of deception aimed at undermining you. Their strategy is insidious because it's subtle. Instead of being openly antagonistic, they blend in, pretending to be your ally or even a trusted friend. Picture a coworker who applauds your ideas in a meeting, only to sow doubts among others later by suggesting you got lucky or benefited unfairly. Or imagine a so-called friend who gushes about your success in public, but whispers unfounded rumors behind closed doors. Their end game: to chip away at the trust and respect you've built, destabilizing your reputation bit by bit. They hope to isolate you, making you doubt yourself and alienating you from those who support you. However, their plan is flawed. They underestimate your ability to see through the smoke and mirrors. Sigmas thrive on authenticity and are quick to spot inconsistencies in behavior. While they waste time scheming, you stay focused, letting your genuine actions and character speak for themselves. In the end, their betrayal only highlights your strength, while their efforts to bring you down unravel their own credibility. 7. They test your boundaries to control you. Evil people have a relentless drive to test your limits, particularly when faced with someone like a Sigma, whose independence and firm self-respect stand as a challenge. They start subtly, often disguised as harmless requests. It might be a coworker who asks for just one small favor but then piles on more tasks once you oblige. Or perhaps it's a friend who shows up unannounced and stays far too long, brushing off your need for personal space. At first, these boundary pushes may seem trivial, but they're anything but accidental. Each one is a calculated move to gauge your tolerance and find a weak spot. If you don't push back immediately, they escalate their behavior. For example, a manipulative coworker might constantly interrupt your focus with urgent distractions, trying to derail your productivity. Or a supposed friend might guilt-trip you into agreeing to things you've already declined, testing whether your no is negotiable. What they're looking for is control, a point where they can bend your will to suit their agenda. But this is where they meet their match. Sigmas don't explode in frustration or overreact. Instead, they calmly and firmly draw the line. Your unshakable stance communicates that your boundaries are not up for negotiation. The more they push, the more they expose their desperation. Eventually, they realize they've been wasting their energy on someone who cannot be intimidated or manipulated. Your composure under pressure becomes a quiet but undeniable testament to your strength.